Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast known as Qualified Immunity, where two people discuss the system from points of view gained from years of experience inside the system. My name is Greg Engel. I was a law enforcement officer for almost a decade. My co-host, his name is Lucas Cohen. Say hi, Lucas.
Hello, everyone.
He is currently a third-year law student at a very prestigious university, and eventually will achieve his goal of becoming an assistant district attorney. He will never be an ADA.
Thank you. Thank you for finally clarifying.
I clarify it every time, but
Holy-
everybody's going to walk up to you one day and they're going to be like, why didn't you go pursue your dreams of being an assistant district attorney?
Oh my gosh.
On today's show.
The funny part is I never even dreamed of being a lawyer, much less an ADA.
No, you really didn't. Like when you told me you're going to law school, I'm like, I liked you too.
That was back when you were a cop.
That's why I like it, because I knew you'd never be a prosecutor.
Yeah. Big animosity there.
I was like, he's going to end up being a defense attorney one day, and I'm going to be on the stand. And he's going to be like, so what did you do on the night of April 3rd, 2015?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. How's that relevant to the case? You never paid me back. Anyway.
Can't promise that won't happen.
Oh, that's totally going to happen. I can see it coming right now. So, did you know that porn stars have more morality than assistant district attorneys, at least in Louisville?
That was a fantastic segue.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
And actually, I never thought... Okay, so I've never really had a lot of respect for ADAs.
No, you have none.
I never thought I would actually have more respect for
A porn star
than an ADA.
I know, right?
Like
So, in case you don't know the story, was she arrested? I don't think she was arrested.
I think she was.
Really?
She was restrained with zip ties by police officers.
So, a porn star was protesting the death of Breonna Taylor. Ta-da! Surprise, right? On the district attorney's front yard.
That's
In case you missed it, there was a massive protest the other day of Breonna Taylor, and people marched to the district attorney's yard and basically had a sit-in.
Yeah.
Like, that's about accurate, right?
Yeah.
And in all be all, like 80 something people were arrested. So
was that all? Was it only 80?
that's all I've seen was 80.
Okay. Which one of them just happened to be?
One of them was a known porn star. The funny part is, a super famous rapper was arrested in there too, and
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, and a guy just happened to go to college with, or go to the same school at the same time.
Oh.
Didn't click, did it?
Oh.
Yeah, I went to college with Kenny Stills.
That's funny. So you actually know one of the guys that was arrested?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
personally?
I don't personally, like, I don't have his cell phone number, but when I was a bouncer at a club
Okay.
at 747
Okay.
as a side job, as a cop, guess who guarded the VIPs?
Okay.
The off-duty cop.
Huh.
Guess who the VIPs were in Norman, Oklahoma?
Yeah.
The football players.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah. So I on a Friday or Saturday night, I could have been 3 feet away from this guy. Like, he was really cool. Like, he was and he tipped. I'll leave it at that. The man could tip.
Yeah.
And it was more than just the tip.
I also have a lot of respect for good tippers.
He was an amazing tipper.
I like people that tip well.
Because he would always have, like, obviously, he was a superstar football player
Well, yeah.
at the University of Oklahoma.
He's got the budget for it.
Well, he would have people throw themselves at him.
Yeah.
Like, consistently, like, oh my God. Like, fangirls, like groupies.
Right.
And I was in the middle. Needless to say, I had a lot of women thrown at me over the years, and they were all trying to get to OU football players. But he was arrested, too. He's now a wide receiver for the Houston Texans. So he's been in the league at least 6-7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, like he's made it in the league. But he's not a wide receiver for the Houston Texans. There was a lot of famous people arrested. A lot.
That's surprising to me because usually that's a no-go. Like, you don't do that. Like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, but if you're protesting on the district attorney's front yard, what do you expect?
What?
I mean, at least Karen and Dylan, district attorney, didn't come out with their AR and their Walther.
They weren't district attorneys. They were
just normal attorneys.
Yeah.
Still. Would have not totally completed the entire picture if this district attorney walks out, get off my lawn.
Have you seen the memes come out of that deal?
Yes.
Which
one you sold my son at Graham for $100?
Yeah. Don't touch my Dockers was a good one. My favorite one was where they basically took the wife and photoshopped her to be the Hamburglar because her shirt was basically the same thing.
I hadn't seen that one.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. But we now officially, in the United States of America.
Well, see, what confuses me about this deal is the DA, at least here in Oklahoma, is supposed to be a politician.
Mm-hmm.
And I would think a politician would know better than to arrest a bunch of people that are protesting for a nationwide cause, a lot of whom are celebrities.
Like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand it from a legal perspective. I understand why people are like, oh, Breonna Taylor can be justified. Not if you know the entire case.
Yeah. I mean, not if you know all the details about the police who rolled up.
Yeah, like if you just want, well, he shot at the police, so therefore it's justified. No, it's not, because you have to know the entire
yeah.
What's the phrase I'm looking for?
Circumstances?
Yes. Sorry, I've had a long day, like a really long day. Totality of the circumstances.
I should be using the wrong word, like circumcision or something.
Somebody spent too much time in the groupie group.
Oh my! Our groupies.
Our groupies are amazing. I freaking love our groupies.
But I mean, I've told you this before. I've had police officers come to my house
in the middle of the night,
unannounced, and they got lucky,
mm-hmm.
and it ended up, walking out.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, when you do something like that, there are repercussions that you should expect out of it.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, there are repercussions that should not surprise you.
Yeah.
That being said, there is legally different classes in America.
Yeah.
There's no way to cut that sideways.
The haves and have-nots is one way to put it.
Privilege versus not.
Yeah.
I'll say it because I'll watch you get triggered in about 7 seconds. Hashtag white privilege. Yep, there it is.
It was just.
You knew it was coming.
People change. For a long time, every time I heard white privilege, I just rolled my eyes and I was like, oh, come on.
But when you expound upon an idea.
When you actually understand what that term means.
Yes, it does exist.
It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
The problem is, how many people around us will be like, "Oh, you're just." I mean, I might get pissed off Facebook or YouTube because we're live streaming this right now. But how many people? Well, if you get off that liberal dick and start thinking with your own head. Like, it's not.
Well,
the problem with progression in society, and the right has made progression a bad word, but the problem with progression in society is you get to the point where you start to expound upon thoughts,
right?
Not just have them.
Yeah. Well, and it's really hard for me. It was the other day because I wasn't expecting to say it. I had to, work with the courage to say white privilege.
Because you totally you went down that rabbit hole. You went down that thought. And about the time it hit you that you were about to say white privilege, you're like, shit.
And social conditioning is a thing.
It is a thing. And we live in a very, very deep red state.
Yeah. Anyway.
So you say white privilege. And I mean, we live in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
If anybody asks me my address, I'm not telling you. Well, I take it back. I guess I'll tell you my address. My house burned down. Like, I'm living in a hotel.
That's funny. Sorry, it's not funny that your house burned down. It's funny that you'll give them the address because there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. I mean, there's a shell of a house still left, but you get to this point of like we've come to a moment in society where we can't admit things. We can't admit we have problems because it automatically gets polarized, like white privilege. And then the flip side of that is you've got a massive, massive, massive degradation of morality in an aspect of what everything Karen says and goes against.
Yeah.
Is literally like you go up to a Karen in any Baptist church in America. Oh my God, she's a porn star. She needs to get to repent to Jesus before she goes to the bad place. Like that is every front row Baptist in America.
Well,
I think not everyone, majority.
I think it says a lot that a porn star who has been is basically the outcast
of society because she's the outcast of America.
She has more moral backbone than a DA does.
That's mind-boggling.
Somebody that we consider respectable. I mean, it's
like you said. I went from one of the most respectable professions in the world to one of the least respected professions in the world.
Yeah,
and I've never been happier.
I mean, I thought for a long time, lawyers are the most noble of noble classes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that argument.
And historically they are, but
that's because historically
it was literally the nobles that did it.
Yeah, and they were also they were also legal counsel.
Yeah.
It goes back to the law enforcement officer, peace officer dichotomy. Lawyers have become legal representation, not legal counsel.
There's a difference between an attorney and a counselor.
100%.
And most people don't realize that.
Most people don't realize that.
But by the way, fun fact, that's where the, like the suit tie, that's where that comes from. It's actually what evolved from the noble cape.
Seriously?
Yeah. Cape gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and eventually it's like, well, I might as well just wear this on the front.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
According to my sources, anyway, that's what I've read. That's how that happened. But I thought for a long time lawyers are, the most noble of noble classes. And I still kind of think that for criminal defense lawyers to some degree.
But the problem is criminal defense lawyers now,
it's hard to stay true to why you got into the business, which is true of a lot of different things, not just attorneys.
I can see that because you get to this moment of time of like, criminal defense lawyers get into it to prove people are innocent.
Right. I mean, I got into
How many cases go to trial?
Very few.
That's when, like...
I got into it because I wanted to defend people's rights.
You get to the moment of time, and this is just an opinion, as a criminal defense attorney, where you're more of a car salesman. You really are. Like, here's the packet, here's the price.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree? Very rarely does anything ever go to trial.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely.
Well, the ones that I respect the most are the ones that don't push plea deals just because they're a plea deal, if that makes sense.
But the problem is, this becomes the problem. The likelihood you are to lose in our system.
Yes.
With a shred, and I literally mean a shred of evidence.
Yeah.
Especially if you have been remotely a public figure.
Yeah.
Like you, okay. I was about to say you and I have been elected, but we've both been in the public eye.
Yeah.
We both have people who legitimately hate us.
Yeah.
That's automatically a tainted jury pool.
Well, and in Oklahoma, if you get accused of rape or sexually assaulting a minor, oh my gosh.
You're done.
Yeah. At best, you're taking a plea deal. At best. I mean, you're probably doing 5 years.
I know.
There's no such thing as innocent until proven guilty anymore.
I know of a story where in rural Oklahoma, one in this county is in another one, in rural Oklahoma, where a guy picked up a girl at a bar.
Yeah.
Not like, or we're not talking like Chili's, restaurant, bar, and grill. I know of a story where a guy picked up a girl at a nightclub / bar.
Yeah. They
went home together, had a relationship, an intimate relationship. Turns out she was like 15.
Oh. I actually might know what you're talking about. I don't know if it wasn't in this county. No.
No, it wasn't in this county. He ended up doing time,
That happens a lot.
and now he can't go watch his kids.
I've seen cases. I don't know about the details on that case. I have actually worked on cases where some guy goes to a restaurant with this girl that he met online. She has a driver's license, says she's 21. She drinks at the restaurant. Drinks alcohol. They go have a relationship. Turns out the ID was fake. And he ends up charged with statutory rape.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how is that? Like, that's the point where he took a plea deal.
Yeah.
Because according to the elements of the crime.
Yeah.
According to, I have a big problem with elements of crime. I really do. Like, I understand why they exist, because I don't know if you ever got told this. Did you ever get taught the whole jury's 8th grade level thing?
No. Well, I know that juries are your typical peers, which in Oklahoma probably is around high school education.
And they taught cops. When you write a report, you write it at a reading and writing level of an 8th grader. And by the time I got out, that had dropped to a 5th grader.
Well, that makes sense, because I've seen some that are written at the 2nd grade level. I mean, no proofreading whatsoever.
Intoxicated. Did I ever tell you the intoxicated story?
Yeah, but tell me again.
So this other cop pulls over a very, very not powerful, but wealthy and influential person for DUI. And he was DUI. There was no doubt about it. Like, everybody knew this person drank and drove.
I love this story so much.
And my supervisor at the time was like, "Hey, go proofread his report just in case." Okay, whatever. Like, hey, boss told me, top told me to come read your report, and like he didn't have that much time on the street and whatever. The amount of spelling and grammatical errors, and this is a person who can afford a legit attorney, like has one on retainer and plays golf with him.
The guy who got arrested.
The guy who got arrested. In his report, he misspelled intoxicated. Like, it was INCOCK. Intoxicated. And I'm like, oh my God.
Not exactly a linguist.
That's beyond linguist. So I had to go through and fix all those reports, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, how he ever got anything convicted of, like, he could not have indicted a ham sandwich. Just like, there's no way.
They wouldn't have been able to say yes because they would have been laughing too hard. I read a lot of reports that are not quite that bad, but they're pretty bad. I mean, it's like they haven't been proofread at all. I mean, no work goes.
Oh no, it's insane. How the lazy, like, it's insane. The flip side of that, though. Okay, I'm gonna ask you an actual serious question.
Oh dear. Okay.
Can justice actually be done in Louisville? Seriously, think about it.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I mean, what?
Okay, I think we're in agreement when I say the officers involved in Breonna Taylor should be charged.
Are you asking if they're going to be charged?
Even if they're charged, do you have any belief that they're going to be convicted?
No, because when a jury hears that they were being shot back at,
they're done. So
yeah.
As much as I think they should be charged, and I also say this in the sake of justice, change the venue.
Yeah, although I'm not sure where you would go.
I mean, the rest of Kentucky doesn't have TV, right? Sorry, Kentucky. I love you. I really do.
Outside of Louisville?
It was too easy.
Maybe not.
You know what I'm saying? But then again, you go to the more rural you go, the more it's, well, they shot at the police.
I mean, I've seen YouTube accounts from rural Kentucky. They might not have TV. I don't know. I've also heard stories from actual Louisville, and I mean, they're pretty well educated, most of them.
Yeah. Like, it's the more urban you get, as much as people hate to say this, because I'm not totally 100% for urbanization, but the more urban you get, the more generally more educated people get.
I feel like this explains so much about their politics, like their senators.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd never thought about that, but that explains so much.
Oh yeah.
Because I wondered how you get those two senators from the exact same state.
One's
Which is-
educated.
Well, one appeals to the educated, and one appeals to, I don't know.
Freedom-loving individuals.
Yeah, I don't want to say the uneducated because
They're not uneducated. Like there's okay.
I have a lot of friends that are uneducated, well, educated, but not
Intelligent.
Well, I don't even want to say that. They haven't been learned in a school, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're very well read and they're very well educated, but they didn't get it from somebody else. They're self-educated.
Well, I've always.
And I think that's the case in Kentucky. And I think the self-educated people understand liberty a little bit better than.
You were one of the few of my friends that I know of, off the top of my head, that has a bachelor's degree.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, in Oklahoma, it's right around 30%.
Like, because I didn't finish college. I dropped out my junior year.
Oh, I have relatives that didn't finish high school. And I'm not talking about like 80-year-olds. I'm talking about like 20-year-olds.
Really?
They didn't finish high school.
Wow.
Because they didn't have to.
I don't think I have any of those, honestly.
Actually, I think it's a mutual friend. But
that's interesting.
They didn't finish high school because they didn't have to. There were industries that would hire them without it.
That's crazy.
And
oil field.
They're making more money than I am right now. They'll probably be making more money in a year than I am in a year.
Oil field.
Yeah.
That's why. Welcome to Oklahoma.
You can.
Welcome to Oklahoma and Texas. Oil field.
You can literally drop out of high school and get $100,000 job.
Well, it's just like welders.
If the economy is right.
Yeah, it's like
right
the
now,
economy
probably
sucks right now. Hey, open business is up. Speaking of the economy sucking, mask mandates. They're everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
They're everywhere. What do you think about mask mandates?
Oh,
3, 2.
I don't like the
1.
fact that you can even count this down. Like you know. I hate wearing masks. I can't breathe in them.
I can't breathe. Okay, you have a beard too.
Yeah.
Does it itch? Or do you have like some secret like conditioner you use to make it?
It's my heritage.
Like, okay, mine's thicker than yours though.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I have volume.
Yeah.
And I kind of like them. You also have way darker hair than me, so you don't have to have the volume I do to be like.
It's very dark, and my hair is very.
Do you have
coarse.
Facial hair? Like I'm coarse, but it's like.
No, like.
Like the tips, like when I have to wear a mask at work because
I'll have to pull out a hair and show you sometime because they're ridiculously.
I've never drinking out of a pop can ever again.
Did you find a hair in a pop can?
No, I keep ripping my mustache hairs out on the tabs.
I haven't had.
Oh my god, I cried today. I did like the first 2 Red Bulls I did it on, didn't cry. Like I did it last week, but I've done it 3 times in a week. Today I was drinking a root beer and a Barks can of root beer, and I come down and I'm like, I had that moment where it's like, oh, it's pulling, and I couldn't stop, and it was just pop. Oh. Like the guy at the desk next to me, like looks over through the cubicle window and he's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like totally looks like I just bumped a line off the desk, and I work in the car industry, so that's halfway believable.
I haven't had that problem yet. I also don't have the problem with the masks itching. I just can't breathe in them. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm like claustrophobic or what.
Do you put it over your nose?
I do.
That's why.
You're supposed to put it over your nose.
I don't give a shit. They're not going to do anything anyway.
For the sake of actually following the rules, I don't care either. But if you want it to be effective...
It's not effective anyway.
I know. Only N95s are actually
effective. N95 or above are effective.
Charcoal masks might be. I don't know.
I ordered one.
I've heard that those are more effective. I haven't researched them yet.
But then here's the flip side of that too. You're running to this moment in time where the government business has created another product that will fine you $100 to $200 for not wearing a mask.
The product that you get whether you want it or not.
The product, the government is a business that creates products called laws, and you have to buy them whether you want them or not. Like, you have to put that on my freaking tombstone.
If they mandate masks, I might wear one, but I'm not going to wear it properly. I'll like drape it around my
I totally sent you a picture from Walmart the other day.
I know you weren't wearing it correctly.
I was wearing it correctly for a bandana.
Now, for my work, if they mandate it, I'll probably do it.
Well, yeah, they're paying you. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
Yeah.
My work mandated it too.
That is actually...
Okay. My work mandated it due to local ordinance.
Okay. I'll do it if my work tells me to do it because...
Are you going to Walmart?
I'm actually thinking about buying like cosplay helmets now just to be like the weird guy that they might maybe not ask me to come back.
How are they not going to ask you to come back based off a helmet?
How do they know who I am?
Exactly.
That is the one thing I do like about masks. I can put a mask on and a ball cap on and sunglasses and nobody knows who I am. Like my own parents wouldn't recognize me.
Dude, I just grow a beard and nobody knows who I am. I'm serious. Like, it's amazing going to Walmart now because people don't recognize me.
That is something that I hate. You look like an idiot when you have a beard and a mask on. Like,
yeah, you do.
You
look like a total moron.
I don't know why.
Because you put this mask on right here, and then you can see the hair fluffing out the side, and it's like, do you have a chinchilla on your chin? Like, you can tell people are looking at you funny.
Is that an oversized caterpillar? What is that?
That's all right. I got told I looked like the kids movie. With a mustache, Lorax. I got told I look like a Lorax. You think I look like the Lorax too? You're an ass.
Now that you mention it,
because it like flares out.
Yeah.
It auto flares.
You look like a cartoon.
But seriously, at what point do you get so fed up? You're like, fuck this, I'm done.
So I was talking, I had lunch with my dad today, and we were talking about it. If they mandate masks in basically any municipality, I'm not going to shop there. I'm not sending my tax dollars there. I will literally drive an hour out of my way.
So you're not buying a car from me?
Apparently not. Now, if you want to sell it to me outside of city limits, you don't pay sales tax on it.
We don't mandate them.
Masks?
No.
What? Well, the municipality does.
Yeah, but everybody walked up in there. No, the municipality mandated that you put a sign on the door that says masks are mandatory.
So there's not actually any repercussions for not wearing it.
No, not in. I work in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I'm not gonna hide it. I work at a Honda dealership in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
If I can buy a mask without, or if I can buy a product without wearing a mask,
one of the ones that sold today, they're like, oh, we're like, do I need to like put a mask on? I'm like, no.
So we have a sign on our door. I don't wear one.
Yeah, no. Stillwater mandated that there had to be a sign on every business door that says masks were mandatory. And that if you saw somebody violating that, you were to call the police and ask the police to charge them with either trespassing or disorderly conduct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, you're coming in to buy a car, but I need you to put a mask on. I'm going to have to trespass you. Not to mention, it was hard enough to get you here to begin with.
Yeah. Well, the obvious solution to that is, I thought they were wearing a mask. I didn't see.
The obvious solution to that is private property. Get the fuck off of it.
Yeah.
There's the obvious solution. Sorry.
Well, see, that's the thing. All these mask mandates, I haven't read any of them. I haven't had to actually follow any of them.
There was a town up north.
I'm curious what the restrictions are. Like, where can you go without a mask? Do you have to wear one at home? Do you have to wear one in your yard?
Norman's is door to door.
That's stupid. If I'm in my yard, I shouldn't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, Norman's is door to door.
By the way, get off my lawn.
Yeah, get off my lawn. I worked hard on my grass. I'm not old. I'm not old.
Kind of hard.
I'm not old. Grass is hard to do right. And then you realize
you are so old.
like you gotta get all the.
I put a lot of work into that grass.
I did put a lot of work into that grass, and then I realized half of my front yard was in a right of way, and they came through and tore it up.
Okay, I would be pissed about that.
I was furious. Because the people next door started a business and they had to run bigger lines. I'm not kidding. Like, I had golf course grade manicured grass in my front yard between a good fescue Kentucky bluegrass.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got the perfect line edge, and I had the Bermuda up front, and they came through and tore it up.
So I thought of this when I was running for office. The two things, if anybody ever asked me, I forget what the question was. Somebody asked me this, and about 2 days later, I thought it was the perfect response. I can't remember what the question was. The two things that I hate most: politicians and armadillos, for the exact same reasons. They both think they own your yard, and they'll just destroy property.
Oh,
without
100%.
regard, and they don't give a crap who you are.
Yeah, politicians and wild hogs. Like, it's just I'm still mad about that, and the house caught on fire.
And I decided I wasn't going to say the part about similar solutions because that's not legal. But
okay,
we need to move on.
We need to move on. But here's the thing, and this is I'm going to bring this back full circle now. Can you see the correlation between Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and mask mandates?
You're going to have to elaborate on that.
You're legislating morality.
Okay.
Breonna Taylor was based off of the drug war.
Yeah.
George Floyd was based off of counterfeit. Which
Okay.
some people can argue is not morality, but it is.
Okay, so
It totally just hits you.
So both of those people. Okay.
There it is. Got it.
Okay. So. Okay. So both of the. Sorry.
Use your words.
I'm a lawyer. I'm supposed to be able to do that. Okay. So. Both of those people were not following the law.
Correct.
Both were nonviolent.
Correct.
Both were killed by police.
Correct.
Because they weren't following the law.
Correct.
Did you hear the story about the guy that was shot for not wearing a mask?
What?
There was a case.
You're kidding me.
Give me a second. It was in California, I'm pretty sure.
Why does that not surprise me?
And I don't think it was a police officer. I think it was a security guard.
That shot somebody for not wearing a mask?
Let's see. California security guard charged with murder after. Oh, he's actually charged. Look at that.
Well,
That's
yeah, he's
surprising.
not a cop.
Yeah. It gets better.
Oh, this.
California security guard charged with murder after shooting a customer who didn't wear a mask. Jerry Lewis, which.
Not the Jerry Lee Lewis?
No,
oh, okay.
No. We won't go into that. Jerry Lewis.
Hey, I'm a massive Jerry Lee Lewis fan. Watch it. Hashtag Rat Pack.
So, a guy who happened to be named Jerry Lewis, not the Jerry Lewis. He tried to go into a store in South California. This was the story came out July 9th. That Sunday.
So SoCal, the craziest of the craziest.
Yeah. California, mask mandate.
True, it is. I forgot. It's a statewide mask mandate. But so is Texas. So.
Is it Gary Abbott? Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott.
The Greg Abbott memes have been.
That dude. I'm a conservative. Boys lived in Austin too long.
Anyway, so this guy tries to go into a store. Masks are mandatory, mandated by the governor, not the legislature.
And he freaking shot him?
They get into an argument. The guy walks away. He comes back, and then apparently he's walking away again, and the guard shoots him. Guard shoots him while he's walking away.
In the back?
Yeah. Yeah. It gets better.
Are you sure this went into Walmart in Del City? Oh, wait. No, sorry.
Pretty similar.
Pretty similar.
Okay, so the security guard and his wife were both charged.
Why was the wife charged? Oh, do tell.
Possession of a handgun by a felon. The security guard was a former felon. Yeah.
You're fucking with me right now.
The conviction is from 2013 for assault.
How
are you CLEAT certified? Which
whatever California is. California is something ridiculous like that.
How are you certified?
That just had to be an under the table cash job then.
that's awkward.
It has to be. Like, people don't understand.
You have to get a license for that in Oklahoma. I can't imagine what you have to get in California.
I know somebody that does security in California, and their licensing is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. But what people don't understand about that is it also makes a massive black market for security in California.
Yeah.
Massive black market.
I told you this today. The market's a beautiful thing.
Free or not.
Whether it's free or not. There's always a market.
There's always a market.
Whether it's black or legal. So,
which I really almost want to change that phrase.
Which phrase?
Black market.
Okay.
Because that actually is a indignantly racist term.
I did not think about that. Is that
Yes.
the origin of that term?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It goes back to Jim Crow days and Reconstruction. But everybody says it and never thinks twice about it, just like everybody says so to speak and doesn't have any idea where that term originated.
I don't know where that term came from.
Prostitution.
That's funny. That's so funny.
In the 60s.
Elaborate.
Because I know a guy who's in the Air Force actually got in trouble for saying it.
What?
Yes.
In the Air Force?
This was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And the origin of that is, would you like to dance? Or would you like to something, so to speak? The origin is actually based out of prostitution. Yeah. Just like everybody talks, oh, there's a black market for that. There's a black. No, the phrase black market actually originated in Jim Crow and Reconstruction era.
I did not know that.
Because there were different laws per, like, races. I mean, it was Jim Crow.
Right.
But
there's a different market for
they had a different, and it became known as the black market. And everybody, that's not where it came. Yes, it is. Go dig.
I believe that.
So, fair warning, history lesson for the day. But what else are you going to call it? I'm not calling it the illegal market. There's the legal market and the free market. There you go.
I like that free market.
Yeah, there's the legal market and the free market. Pick one.
It's also already termed, so it's above suspicion.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh
you know that's going to do it. I missed like 6 months ago on TikTok because I could cry laughing.
Oh gosh.
Like, I could cry now. I'm just like, look what I did in quarantine. I'm serious. It's all I see.
Most of those, I don't believe. Most of those people sat on the couch, ate potato chips, and watched soap operas.
100%. Like, look at my 90-day transformation. Or look how many jelly beans I can get in my left nostril. TikTok right now is killing me.
Hashtag productive.
Hashtag lockdown. Hashtag don't reproduce if you're going to hashtag be productive. Sorry, not sorry.
Hashtag reproductive.
To
I should give people the benefit of the doubt on that because I started lifting weights over quarantine. So that's.
I never got quarantined.
Well, law schools.
Essential service.
Law schools are the most fearful of, well, second most fearful of liability in this country.
What's the first?
Lawyers.
I was going to say churches.
No. There are a lot of churches that are open. You just have to find them.
No, true.
The ones online are all
no,
shut
but
down.
we're not like China. But that goes back to like, okay, this is the problem if he turns into social conditioning has made this damn near impossible to ever change.
Yeah, and not just this.
Not just this, everything. Because
if you,
it's this is the problem. It's for your own safety. It's for the common. It goes back to I had this conversation with one of our mutual friends and one of my very best friends today. You cannot start discussing politics until you admit we're socialists.
Yeah.
Until you admit that we live in a socialist country where you pay 30 to 40% in taxes and everybody's worried about their own it's for the public safety or it's for the public good. That is not an American ideal.
By the way, the whole rat on your neighbors thing, that's Soviet Union
That's
stuff.
Communism.
That was a Soviet Union thing. They would literally
That was a Nazi Germany thing. And Frank.
But they would pay people to rat out their neighbors. I mean, that was also the point of Soviet daycares. They would ask kids questions about their parents.
Which turns into, if money's an incentive.
Welcome to Mother Russia.
Well, the flip side of that is in Mother Russia, you could have bribed someone with a potato at the end.
True. Well, we're not quite there yet.
But you also get to this point of like, you're looking at like, are you kidding me right now? Because when money becomes a motivating factor, truth no longer matters.
We're just not to the point where potatoes are that valuable yet. You just wait. We've been printing money like mad.
I know.
That's what Venezuela did. And before Venezuela was through, they were raiding pet stores for turtles to eat. Like, it's going to get bad eventually if something doesn't change.
Good Lord, I hope not.
You want to start a rabbit farm?
Oh my God.
What?
Somebody, I don't know if it's you or somebody else, texted me the idea of they're going to start emptying prisons.
Okay.
The whole hashtag, this is what a collapse looks like.
Yeah.
37 minutes ago, Oklahoma Department of Corrections announces the department will vacate the Cimarron Correctional Facility in Cushing, Oklahoma due to budget cuts.
I'm at least hoping that they're releasing nonviolent offenders first. I mean, there are some people that deserve to be in jail. Very, very few compared to
Very few. Unless you murdered or raped somebody,
yeah,
just shut the fuck up. Unless you murdered or raped somebody, shut the fuck up.
This is interesting. So, man.
What? Go. Would you stop? Pause. We've got 19 minutes left. Quit pausing.
Well, okay. So,
quit filtering yourself, or I'm going to start feeding you alcohol before we go on camera.
I mean, if you're buying. So, COVID-19 hits, and you've got all this stuff that people are wanting to do. Probably just hurt a lot of people's ears.
Do not listen with earpods.
But
do not listen around small children. So never mind, go back to the earpods.
COVID-19 hits. All this stuff is going on. Actually, my county was talking about doing aerial photography for, it was ridiculous.
I saw that and I'm like,
I heard about that like a couple weeks ago, and I called them and I asked, and they said, yeah, we were going to do that. And the sheriff was really interested. And I was like, you got to be joking. And then they were like, but COVID-19 hit. Now we don't have the tax revenue to do it. I was like, thank God. But there's all this stuff that was going on, and COVID-19 hits, and all of it gets shut down, and now prisons are starting to open up, and nonviolent people are being released. I mean, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend was released because of COVID-19, more or less. He was on house arrest.
That's what I mean. He was. Hold on. Here's the problem. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend should have never been in fucking jail.
True. But he would.
Period.
He would not have gotten out, except for COVID-19.
I just hurt somebody else's ears.
We're sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I never thought a plague would save our legal system, but it's almost doing that.
Justice system. The plague might save it. The plague.
I don't. Whatever. We're not going into that right now.
Oh, come on. Oh, we're gonna do that one. I couldn't think of another episode to do the other day. So, in case you wanted to know, there's going to be a massively controversial episode.
COVID-19 is a hoax.
No, that's not it.
Oh, okay, good.
Sunday. So when you drive to work on Monday,
I mean, I'll be devil's advocate for that if you want.
We're going to do an episode on how religion has warped politics. And I'm intentionally recording it on a Sunday.
Is that the COVID-19 episode?
No.
Oh, okay. So those are two separate episodes.
Yes. I needed another one the other day.
Okay.
So after that, we're going to do a COVID-19 episode. Actually, we're going to have a guest on for COVID. We might have two.
You know, that's literally a meme. They got actually guests.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have two nurses on.
I'm intrigued. Okay.
Oh, this will be fun.
All right.
That's it. We're going to have two nurses on. At least one of them. I know I can get one of them.
Not to interrupt this planning session. The security guard in California.
Yeah.
$1 million bond. and for his wife, who is not charged with murder,
What did she get charged with then?
possession of a handgun. After
Oh, so she was the felon, and he was the guard.
The guard and his wife were each charged with 1 count of possession of a handgun by a felon,
So they were both felons.
stemming from a prior conviction in 2013
Okay.
for assault by means of force.
Okay, that's what I couldn't figure out. Like, so are they both felons, or one of them's a felon? Okay, I got it.
His bail, his bail is $1 million. Her bail is $35,000. The max sentence is 50 years for him.
How?
Her maximum sentence is 3 years.
Because she's not charged with a homicide.
Right.
That's it. Got it.
She's charged
Got
with
it.
possession.
Got it.
She wasn't there at the incident.
Huh?
She wasn't at the incident.
So how the fuck does she get charged with possession of a firearm?
I don't know. She may have been at the incident. I don't know.
Oh,
But she's not charged with murder. She's charged with possession of a handgun.
Oh, dude. Do you comprehend the precedent this could set if she wasn't there, but they charged her because it was kept in his house?
Well, I hope they don't appeal it. Whatever it is.
Why?
Because that's how you set precedent. You appeal stuff.
Oh, I know, but
And it will set bad precedent for California.
that would go to SCOTUS, and you know it.
Yeah, probably would.
100% go to SCOTUS, and you know it. Like, could you? I don't know how the court would rule on that, though.
Well, I don't know. There have been. I mean, there's lots of precedent on possession, not necessarily of firearms. Usually it's about drugs.
That's going to be defined possession, though.
Well, there's lots of precedent on possession, and you're talking about actual possession versus constructive possession.
Yes.
And
Because constructive possession is a very fine line.
I know. But I'm not sure. I don't remember what the rules are on that. It'll be interesting to see how this goes.
That's going to be interesting.
I'm surprised this isn't bigger in the news, but anyway.
That's going to be interesting. I'm surprised it's not bigger either, because it's a perfect. We need more gun laws crime.
By the way, the victims were not
Victims?
white. Well, yes. Give me a second. Oh, I don't know anything about the victims. I take that back.
Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, one more law. Hey, this goes back to the same thing, and we're also going to do a drug war episode.
Okay. All right.
I think we're going to record it Saturday. I don't know when it's going to drop.
I.
New phone, new dis.
So.
Who dis?
New phone, who dis? I will always say that ironically. I started saying ironically because of memes, and now it's
I started saying it. I was like 7, and I just kept doing it because that's a half
it's
country.
all your fault.
That's a half country thing.
It is a little bit.
I swear to God that me and another girl in my junior year of high school came up with the word confuzzled.
I'm not going to ask what that means.
Confused and puzzled, confuzzled.
Okay.
Oh, look. Hey, I just got a text message from Donald Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They want money. It's not gonna.
I thought he has money. Isn't he the billionaire?
Hey, what do wealthy people do?
Yeah.
Use other people's money.
Why use your own money when you can use someone else's?
That's
I thought Donald Trump was such a good businessman.
He is. That's why he's asking people that are broke for money to keep America great.
You're gonna send him a message back. This is my house burned down. I appreciate your charity.
Yeah, right. Thank you, man. Because he's gonna go take one look at this podcast and be like, "Fuck you guys." Oh God. What?
Should I say this on air? It'll be inflammatory.
Yes.
Have you seen all of the hashtags? Thank you for your cervix.
No.
So all the boomers that are like, "Oh, you should thank me because I'm a veteran and I'm a police officer." The response to that is hashtag thank you for your cervix.
Oh.
Which is both hilarious and incredibly inappropriate.
Yes. 100% inappropriate. But
for a number of reasons.
Oh.
But I do like that response.
Do you like? Is there like? I really want to believe there's a solution in the Breonna Taylor case, and I just.
Well, they'll have to be charged. I mean, the only solution that I would find acceptable, resolution that I would find acceptable, is charge and
Convicted in 20 years?
probably convicted in 20 years, and a change in police policy.
You'll never change that policy.
Then I'm not going to be satisfied.
They fired first. You'll never change that policy.
If you enter someone's house,
Dressed as a normal person,
yeah,
unannounced.
I have no sympathy for you getting shot.
Me either.
In fact, I would probably do the same thing. Well, I probably wouldn't. I might if someone else was in the house with me.
That's so insane to me, though.
In this case, there was.
I'm really surprised you didn't shoot that guy that night.
Got pretty close.
Did he ever say police?
He did, but by that time I was behind my bedroom door with a revolver.
Wow. Wow.
He entered the house and said, hello, hello. And I said, I was behind the door at this point. I said, hello. And he said, yada yada county police or sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy got lucky.
Did you tell him, hey, you comprehend that you were this close to being like pink mist?
No.
Because you don't sleep hard.
No, I don't. I actually woke up when he drove in the driveway, and I thought it was somebody on the corner driving, or like turning the corner. And then I heard the door open and shut, and I thought I was actually at my mom's house. It's not my house. My mom's house, because we were getting ready to go on vacation. And I heard the door open and shut, and I thought, oh, she let the dog out, because she always does that around this time. It was 2 a.m. And then I thought, wait, the dog's already being boarded. The dog's not in the house. What's going on? And then I heard somebody talking. I thought, who is in my house right now?
Wow. Was your mom home?
She was, and that's why I grabbed the revolver. You and I have talked about this before. I don't have a problem. Like I probably will not defend myself for
no
pacifist reasons.
You're a pacifist.
But defense of others, I'm perfectly fine with. Somebody threatens to hurt my family, I'll shoot.
Yeah, I can see you defending yourself. Only if you had to. How's that? You're gonna find every other option not to.
I would find every other option.
You're not gonna shoot somebody in the back for wearing a mask.
No.
That's still mind-boggling to me.
It's a good thing I stopped wearing contacts, because I just rolled my eyes so hard they would have fallen out.
That's still just mind-boggling to me. Oh, on that note, Lucas, kindly tell the people where they can find you on social media.
I'm on Twitter.
You damn hermit.
I'm not on very, very much social media.
You've gotten banned from 2 in a week. He really has.
Yeah, actually. That hashtag earlier, that may have had something to do with it. I'm on Twitter at @TheLucasCohen. COHEN, in case you don't know how to spell that.
And that's it, because he's currently banned from everything else.
I'm on Snapchat. I don't use that.
He really doesn't. Like, you can snap him all day long, and if he opens it, he's going to leave you on read. Like, he leaves me on read, and I text him.
Sorry.
Drives me insane.
That time I was trying to figure out how to respond without,
Why do you worry about that anymore?
I was kind of pissed at the time.
Oh, okay. Wait, at me? For what? Wait, for what?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, God. This is going to be good.
It's fine. Never mind. It's nothing.
Okay, dear. You've been hanging out with my wife. Oh, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at Greg J. Ingle, GREGJINGLE. And Qualified Immunity is also on YouTube. So if you look on YouTube.
It's on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, and it's on Facebook. Qualified Immunity is on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you. I've had a really long day. I swear to God, I only slept like 3 hours. And like 3 hours and 4 car deals later, and 3 of them blew up my face. With that being said, follow us on social, like, subscribe to the podcast, tell your friends about it. It's on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, Overcast, and 3 more that I'm not going to remember. So like and subscribe, and we will be back tomorrow night. Either tomorrow night or Saturday. I don't know. We might try and pull one tomorrow because now I have a COVID episode to do. But like and subscribe it, and thank you for everybody who watched this live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much. Soon, very soon, we're going to be expanding to Periscope, Instagram Live. I'm missing one. LinkedIn Live.
Oh, fancy.
And Twitch.
Mr. World Live.
Hashtag. With that being said, I'm going to end this one the same way I end every single episode from my favorite music festival in the entire world. Live today, love tomorrow, and unite forever. Till Valhalla, guys.